Hey, Scott here. Welcome to part 27 of my playthrough of Fallout 4. We have reached Diamond City, the great green jewel of the Commonwealth.
Officer?
Got a question? Should talk to Sullivan.
Where there is some sinister stuff going on, including the mayor not doing anything when he heard that I lost my infant son somewhere inside.
You're that traitor
city.
Piper was talking about. Something tells me she's pulled the wool over my eyes again. Am I right?
I didn't mean to lie, officer. It all just happened so fast.
You're not the first guy Piper pulled into a heap of trouble he wasn't ready for. Thanks for being honest. If it were up to me, we would have just let the both of you in. But the mayor's calling the shots, and... well, you saw how mad he is. Anyway, welcome to Diamond City and all that. I gotta get back to work.
So why? Why is the mayor so mad?
Just through the gate and up the stairs.
Okay, here we go. Entering Diamond City. Ah! Why? Why does it have to show me these things? I'd rather fight super mutants than these things. At least super mutants I can hit.
So, this is the famous Diamond City. I suppose I hope to find more of a gem than a dusty home base. Civilization in the rough, if you will.
Okay, let's see what Piper is up to.
Hey, kiddo. How are the paper sales?
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper? Free paper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute, mister? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again.
That sounds pretty
It's all in
scary.
the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so, someone's gone, and we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there, and they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
I believe you. Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, mister.
Synthetic
Is
truth, I
Mayor
got it.
McDonough telling the truth? What does he have to hide? Read the public for the hard questions.
Alright, let's take a look at this thing. I want Misk, right? Synthetic truth. Ooh, it's long. I'm not reading all these. Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the shedding tang of each delicious mouthful, the ordering and eating of noodles is but one of the many shared experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own mayor, McDonough, slide up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing, yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have been So also must have seen the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago on a uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229 as they sat around the very same counter, but that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frosty beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The bar's main name, the barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experience of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening. Respected matriarch, I can't. Ustance Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a public occurrence exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now, 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall, we all were. So what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth, and Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful until it wasn't. Ustance continued her account of that evening, and the moment I know that name is wrong, just don't flay me. The moment when things turned sinister and the truth behind Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on, must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face all in an instant, and then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then bam. He shot Henry the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if it were paying him for a drink. But his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Ustance is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a mode so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans, synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who'd flipped his lid, gone crazy, and he lay there like a dead crazy man. Sure enough, God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of the early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew the Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere, now, among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Others felt that he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, but was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery, using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to the noodles, specifically the noodles consumed by Mayor McDowell. Why are Irish names so hard? McDonough last Wednesday night, in the same spot that Mr. Carter's the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people after spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? Okay, so I can see why the mayor would get upset.
Does one of those things. It's that secretary of his, her and her perfect hair.
I can see why he would get upset at that. She was calling him a synth, and
That's just it, Johnny. You wouldn't
oh
be able
boy.
to tell the difference. If you nicked McDonough
From
with
the
your
sounds of it.
razor, he'd bleed. Don't mean nothing.
Him being that upset and him not wanting to help me or any of the kidnapped people, maybe he is a synth. Maybe
Glad you
Piper is
dropped by.
right.
You holding up, Blue?
Yeah, holding up.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. You're a vault dweller. A jumpsuit's a dead giveaway. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
What kind of interview is this gonna be?
I ask you who you are, get your opinion on life out there, and maybe load up a few tough questions.
It's terrible.
And keep it interesting.
There's your
What do
interview.
you say?
Life out there is terrible.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Can you even compare the two? The world out here? It's not even close to the one I left.
Feeling a little homesick, are we? Can't say I blame you. Now, I already know you're looking for your son, Sean. Do you suspect the Institute was involved in his kidnapping?
The Institute? Who were they?
That, Blue, is the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth. No one really knows who or where they are, but their handiwork is all over.
Well, there goes forgetting any more
Synths.
answers.
Synthetic people, sent from their hidden labs to do the Institute's dirty work. Sometimes they even replace a person with a synth double. A little covert agent no one would ever suspect. Now, not everything that goes wrong has the Institute behind it, but there's always a chance. That's why I'm asking.
They make synthetic people?
That's right. There are two major kinds you have to watch out for. The first is an obvious fake. Skin looks like plastic, skeleton might even be showing.
Yep, seen
You
those.
see groups of them scouring the Commonwealth, killing people and scavenging what's left. I reported on University Point a while back. Whole town got cleaned out. The second type of synth is the real deal. With skin, blood, warm smiles, and guilty glances, just like a good old-fashioned human. So, do you think they could be involved? The Institute, or one of their agents?
Sure sounds like they might be.
Not even a baby is safe from them. And people wonder why I can't just look the other way. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Wait, people just ignore kidnappings out here?
Yeah, Blue, you haven't noticed? You grow up in the Commonwealth and eventually someone is gonna get taken. Maybe not someone you know, but someone. And people just say, well, could have been worse. Could have been killed by raider attacks, or super mutants, or feral ghouls.
Well, I guess they're not wrong there.
So I want
They
my
could have been
readers to
killed
hear
by all
what
those
keeps you
things.
going. Maybe they'll find a little inspiration. Now, what would you like to say?
You can only take it one day at a time. Just keep going. That's all anyone can do.
We're all just doing what we have to, huh? I think my readers can relate to that. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where the story goes next.
Do you have anything overly valuable on you? Whoa. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to talk to Cogsworth.
Kyle, I'm your brother. Put the gun down.
Whoa.
Don't move, Sam.
Oh.
What have you
Okay,
done
something's
with the
happening.
real
Something's
Riley?
happening.
Where's my brother? I swear, I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes. We're family.
Put the gun down, now!
He's a synth. He'll kill us all. Kyle, no!
Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City, hear me? Just you folks and your damn paranoia.
Well, hello there.
Hey.
He pulled a gun on me. My own brother.
What happened?
I'm not a synth. I told him. I kept telling him. Why didn't he listen to me? I need a minute.
I need you to step away, Scabber.
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
What, you didn't hear the shouting? Guy pulls a gun on his own brother, thinking he's a synth. It's that newspaper's fault. Got people all riled up, thinking their own family might be replaced by machines. Look, I'm sorry you got caught up in all this, but it's over, okay? Just go about your business like nothing happened. Better that way. What's everyone still standing around for? Go back to your own damn business.
Okay.
Hey.
Alright, you got anything useful, Cogsworth? No. Mostly junk. Alright, well. I can get some junk from you when I pick you up again.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Miss Wright, I trust you'll do your best to put the safety of my master before your own personal gain.
Of course.
I don't think
Cogsworth.
she's gonna do that.
Jesus. Lucky for me, those two things go hand in hand.
Go to Covenant. Speaking of Covenant, how are we, let me just check quickly how we're doing out there. I think Cogsworth counts as one. Sanctuary lost somebody? That's not right. Well, Sanctuary Covenant gained somebody, so call it a wash. I don't think Cogsworth counts as in those numbers.
Nat.
Read the paper, mister. Trust me.
Anything useful here?
Well, if anyone could figure out a good use for it.
I'm gonna plunder your house, and there's nothing you
could
could do about it.
Lighten the load, or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
7 bobby pins. Okay, this would have been better to know. I would have a much easier time reading it if it was on a terminal. Oh. Jeez. For shame, let's see. Your paper is just trying to drum up fears about sins to increase sales. You should be ashamed of yourself. Thank you for your concern. Our paper makes significant efforts to ensure all our stories are accurate and free from editorializing. Thank you for your concern. Alright. Okay, let's read onto the wall. In your most recent edition, your paper failed to acknowledge in any way the contribution of the mighty wall in the defense of our town against last month's super mutant attack. I find this extremely offensive and will not be purchasing another copy until such disrespect is publicly corrected. And And then response is, we honor the efforts of all those involved in the defense of our great city, from the valiant guards to the mighty wall. Personal response. Dear Whack Job, 2 members of the Diamond City Security died defending this town. Where was your hunk of plywood for them? I like her. I like her. I find choice of topic sad. How about happy story? Maybe something about nice bar. Thank you for your feedback. Our stories are selected for relevance and importance to the Diamond City populace. Personal response. Vadim, no story about your bar is going to end happily. Let's see. Oof. Do teen troubles. Dear public, me and my little girl have been out on our own for a long time now. She's the most important thing in my life, but lately it seems like she's not as interested in hanging out with her papa. I understand she's got to grow up someday, but I'm not ready to let her go. What do I do to make sure I don't lose my little girl? Dear Troubles, your girl's becoming her own person. Let her make decisions, screw up, maybe throw in some extra caps her way so she can take her friends out for noodles more often. Then, when she's ready, she'll come to you. Okay, alone in the upper stands. Dear public, I could use a friend. Everyone in this town is either jealous of me or afraid of me because of how I look and who I work for. I'm not willing to compromise who I am just for the people who will like me more. But it just gets so lonely. But you seem like a smart gal, public. Any chance you want to grab some drinks sometime? Dear Alone, going to have to take a rain check on that drink. But your instincts are good. New friends crop up in the most unlikely places. You just need to search them out. Well, she's doing good work with what she's got. Ooh, I fell. Sugar bombs! Okay, Piper. It's me and you versus the world right now.
It's big.
Selling
loud,
papers is busy
full of
work,
corrupt
mister.
officials and browbeating citizens, but it's home.
Hey, Scaver. Got plenty of
Alright, there's a butcher. Here's who I want to see.
A new patient. A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc.
What's feeling off today? What can you tell me?
Feeling sick.
Here are my rads.
We'll clean you up, don't worry. Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No, we're done.
Take better care of yourself in the future, okay?
I want to buy something from you.
Doctor?
We offer a wide variety of medical treatments.
I need some supplies, Doctor.
I suppose I could spare some stim packs.
Okay, what does he have? Oh, a Dictol. Psycho. Oof. Okay, hope that purchase was worth it. Probably won't be. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta bring here and sell though.
Care cares about you. All your medicinal
Yeah, you're sketchy. Home plate.
Need some custom hardware?
You?
We got
I
a
don't-
free workbench for all your modifications. Scopes, clip sizes, barrels. It's the new guy. That's you, right?
The new guy?
Word kinda travels fast in Diamond City. What can I say? Name's Arturo Rodriguez.
So you know weapons, huh?
Listen, I can sell you guns, swords, whatever. And they'll keep you alive for sure. But the real secret is in the mods. The little personal touches. Install a scope, expand the clip size, whatever. You spend time with your gear, and you'll have the right answer to every problem.
I haven't
Anyway,
done any of
let's
that
get
yet,
back
so
to you and what kind of protection you need.
I have to start.
Sure. Let's take.
Self-defense at its best.
All right, what do you got? A big boy. It's a modified fat boy. Or fat man. Okay, everything's pretty standard. It's Old Faithful. Ooh, it's got double damage if the target is at full health. So every one shot at least will do double damage. That's pretty good. Super Sledge. Oh, so many pipe pistols. What else we got? All right, what do you have for got a lot of armor too. But armor can get so expensive. What is up with that? All right, ammo. Jeez, is that seven caps each? That can't be real. Yeah, it's real, all right. Shotgun shells are also that expensive. Ugh. Well, I guess if I'm ever really desperate for ammo, I can come here. But everything is so damn expensive.
Right here.
I need to get more caps. Ooh, radiation storm. Hey, buddy.
You there! You need a genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatter.
What's a swatter?
Rookie, eh? A swatter, my friend, is a Diamond City tradition. See, it used to be that this whole place was a stadium. And two teams would meet and play a game called baseball.
Never heard of it.
One team would beat the other team to death with these
Oh,
things
that's
called
not right.
baseball bats. And the best bats were called swatters. True fact.
Oh, really? What kind of teams were there?
There was the Diamond City Demolishers. Big brutes of guys. Played in full power armor with special pneumatic arms, for swinging. Then you had the Lexington League. I could spend all day talking about the Concord Crushers or the Quincy Killmeisters. But
he's making all of this up.
It was a hell of a sport.
Sounds like fun.
You bet your socks it was. Now,
I don't want to break
how
this
about
old man's
you
heart.
pick up a little memento in the form of a genuine swatter?
Got any work?
Well, if you want to help the sport, I got a lead on a stash of pre-war collector's items. Coach, quitting is for punks Westing had an estate not too far from here. Legend says when he retired, the league presented him with a baseball, catcher's mitt, and playing card signed by all the other coaches. See where I'm going with this? I'll pay 100 caps each
Pretty good.
for those relics. What do you say?
100 caps seems light. I need more.
I like your moxie. We'll make it 125 caps apiece. How's that sound?
Please. You own a whole store. You can do better.
Look at that fire in your eyes.
God, I feel really guilty doing that.
150 caps for each piece. And you better be worth it. Deal?
Ooh, even more money is red, so I'm just going to go yes.
A card, a mitt, and a ball. Got it.
I thank you. And baseball thanks you.
I need to take care of something. Real quick.
Okay.
So thirsty.
Mind
Doctor
if
says I
I
can't
ask you a
drink
quick
liquor no
question?
more.
Tell me,
Cola.
are you worried
Need a
about
new
the
Who's saying
possible
that?
infiltration of Diamond City's ruling elite by synths?
Yeah,
You?
Piper. I am. But I ain't buying your lousy newspaper.
Sheffield.
Oh.
Nuka-Cola.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Here you go.
Real sweet of you.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. I ain't telling you how to pick your friends.
Well, aren't you just
But
a
Piper's
big
kind of a
softie?
troublemaker.
Hey, Sheffield. What do you think about coming to work for me?
Really? You mean it?
That's right.
Oh, well, that was easy. Go to Covenant.
Okay, I'll do it.
Why buy just an ordinary piece of wood? A swatter is a custom-made piece of genuine
So what is-
hickory.
What do people in the Commonwealth do with a baseball bat? Oh, right. That's what people in the Commonwealth do with everything else.
Diamond City surplus. Everything you need.
Okay, so Piper's with me. We got a mission, but I'm gonna explore Diamond City a little bit more before I go out back into the Commonwealth in the next part of Fallout 4.